Hello YouTube! I just wanted to say, first off, it's still 2022 right now, but by the time I upload this, it'll be next year. So I just wanted to say Happy New Year, and I really wanted to say thank you. Like, we're approaching a year now since I kind of started talking about my autism diagnosis. This is going to be a really great year. I'm going to kind of just give you guys an update. I don't remember if I mentioned it. I think I did in one of my other updated videos. I was working in retail, and I left that job, and now I am literally a substitute teacher. And I've had a lot of people ask me, like, what that's like. Some of you guys follow me on Instagram, and you've seen me kind of, like, take pictures of the environment and stuff. It's kind of crazy. Like, I feel like it's my dream job, sort of. I know it sounds really silly because I've never, ever wanted to really be a teacher. I don't mean that teaching is my dream job. I think I really like substitute teaching and filling in. I've always told people that I just like helping, but I don't necessarily like to be in that position where everyone's depending on me. So it's really nice to be in a position where I can help. And then also realizing that I do have a disability, and so working every single day and not having any breaks or having the option to take a week off, it's very, very difficult. When I was working every single day and going to school, especially like physically, it was hard. And people on the spectrum deal with a lot of fatigue, especially social fatigue. And so I have to be really careful with this job because I am literally socializing. What's really great is I can pick up a regular substituting job. So like I could do kindergarten, first grade, fifth grade. And it is very strange because I know that I'm really close in age to the kids, but I'm not, like, super close, obviously. Like, I'm, like, 15 years older than them or so. Wait, that's definitely not true. Well, some of them, yeah. It's weird because I've never been in that role of, like, leading children, or I had been around children, but I never, ever thought I would see myself in this position. So it's really strange because every single time they think I'm 18 years old. They're like, are you 18? And it's like, no, I'm not 18, but I remember being that age and not being able to tell how old young people were. Like, it's really weird, but anyway. It's kind of weird, like, they may not think that they need to respect you as much, and so you have to sort of, like, be really stern, not, like, mean or anything, but just, like, you have to... It is, like, for me, it does feel, it's definitely a lot of masking, I will say. When you're dealing with the general population of students, it's a lot of masking. I've actually stopped taking a lot of those jobs, and I actually have a school that I go to nearby that is specifically for children, like children who are on the spectrum, or children, I guess they are children. It's so weird, like, because I was just in high school a few years ago, and so I didn't, like, in my mind, I didn't think I was a child. But, like, now it's, like, they're children, like, 18, 17-year-olds, like, they're all children. It's so weird. Like, it feels so weird talking about it because it's like, oh, well, I am an adult. I've been an adult for several years now. It's so crazy. Children who have, like, if they have to have a feeding tube, basically anyone who has specific needs. It's a school just specifically for that, and it's so close. Like, it's really nearby, and I just absolutely love this school. Like, I love the paras and the teachers and literally everyone, like the front desk lady, the principal, everyone is just so genuinely kind, and I think I really love the environment so much. And so I have been substituting there, and I think it's really cool because I also, like, I absolutely have an affinity for working with those children, because one, I can on some level relate to them, even though not fully. Like, of course, I'm not as severely impacted with, like, physical, like, needs and things like that. But it's so nice, like, being able to kind of understand what they may be trying to communicate, because I have felt some of those things before. I literally cannot explain it. It is not stressful to me I have not been stressed at all, like, yet. In some of the classrooms where it's, like, general population, I see a child who I'm pretty much certain, like, not that I can diagnose them or anything, but I feel like I was that child. Like, I see them, and I'm like, I was that kid. Like, I see myself in them. And I think it's really interesting, like, I've seen several children like this. It's like, I was that kid. And so it's really, like, it helps me also kind of deal with, like, how I went through life, and I was rejected, and I sat by myself. I didn't talk to anyone. I was afraid to speak. I didn't talk to the teacher. I didn't make eye contact with the teacher. I didn't make eye contact with anyone. I didn't want to play with anyone. I didn't like sharing. I just wanted to be by myself. Now I'm actually able to see not only that, but I also see how other children actually interact with each other. And I never did any of that. I'm not going to lie, one day I got really emotional. And I was literally the substitute over these children. I think it might have been like, I don't remember what grade. The child was getting bullied in the situation, which I actually will not say exactly what happened, of course. But basically, this child thought that these kids were this child's friend, and they knew that he didn't understand that they weren't his friend, and they took advantage of that. And it, really, I don't know if you can tell right now, but I'm getting kind of worked up about it, because it really, really upset me. And I had to just really stay calm, but I really got worked up. And, the other teachers, they were like, it's okay, it happens. But they didn't realize that the reason, and I did cry, they didn't realize that the reason I was crying wasn't because I didn't handle the situation well. I handled the situation well. I just knew that that's how I had been treated when I was young. And I relived moments of my past where I thought that people were my friend, and it turned out that they weren't. And I didn't know that, in that they were taking advantage of me. So it's sometimes it is really hard, being in the general population classes, because there's so much bullying. There is miscommunication. There's all these subtle cues that even I miss as an adult, and these are children. And so it's just, a lot of the time it's just a little bit too much for me, and it's a lot more talking. I don't know why, but neurotypical children talk so much, never ending talking. And I'm not saying there's anything bad with them, but I actually pretty much cannot handle how much they talk to you and want to walk up to you and touch you and hug you, and stuff like that. They just, every 3 minutes, they come up to your desk and they're like, can I do this? It's so much, but it is a lot of fun. It really is. And I'm actually in the process of turning my room into a sensory room. But my mom got me this for Christmas, and I just call it my tube. But it's a tornado tube, and I love it so much. I asked for something like this for Christmas, and it's also battery operated, so I literally can take this with me anywhere. But it turns into a tornado over time, and I just freaking love it. And then I got another light for Christmas, for my boyfriend's parents. So it was really cool. But anyway, I love my job. I really do. But most of the time I'll come back home, I will just turn off all my lights, and I'll just sit in the darkness for an hour. I usually listen to the sound of crashing waves. And it just helps me recharge. I just need silence for a little while. So outside of that, that's how substitute teaching is going. It's really absolutely fantastic. Especially because I really, really plan out my finances and everything, so that I'm able to take those breaks when I really need it. I just really wanted to tell you guys about it in case you might be interested in it. I know that there's a lot of, they actually have a substitute shortage, as well as a teacher shortage. So it's a really good option if that's something that sounds good to you. And then they do, of course, they take out your taxes, and I think that they have a retirement plan and stuff like that. So the next thing is I want to tell you how my school year went. So I'm in college, as you guys know. I am a psychology student. When you guys do not see me on the internet presenting as I present, I am having a hard time sometimes. I was sleeping, I was skipping classes. It was really bad. I would have an outfit that I was wearing, and then I'd get to school and the outfit would feel wrong. I cannot explain it. Either the texture is wrong, I could feel the textures too much, or it didn't feel like me that day, or it was too baggy, or it was too loose, and I would just skip my class and go home. Or I would change clothes 2 or 3 times that day. Eventually my grades all went down to C's and D's. In that math class I had an average of a 30, because I just kept failing my exams. Decided to stop the computer science minor. So then I start actually trying, but I'm still dealing with depression. I literally, before this, was almost completely against taking medicine. I will say, I talked about in my video about ADHD medicine, that I kind of stopped taking it because I got scared. I have never felt so stable in my life, since starting a medication that I really needed a long time ago. I actually wake up in the mornings and I want to do things. So it's really incredible. So I actually, in this moment, because of how much it has changed my life in a short period of time, am encouraging you guys to speak to a psychologist and a psychiatrist if possible. Really do your research, but I'm not saying you have to take medicine, of course. I was against it for a very long time and very iffy, not completely against it, but just iffy about it. So that is that. Anyway, I still ended up failing one class. I didn't fail the other ones, but I made all C's this semester. I will say I did fail that class by 0.6%. That's how that's going. And I've decided to take another break from college, not because of that, but I feel like I want to kind of work. I want to continue to work. I want to do more substitute teaching. And I also will have so much more time to record YouTube videos and talk to you guys and really help like the community. So I will be recording a lot more videos and like uploading more often and getting to talk to you guys more often. It's absolutely wonderful having you guys here. So I just wanted to say thank you so much. And thank you for listening to me. It's just nice to have some like internet buddies that understand your life and the things that you've gone through. So it's really, really cool. You guys are absolutely fantastic. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for engaging. Let me know what type of videos you guys want to see, because I kind of want to do some funny, stupid videos every once in a while. I just really love a good, funny, stupid video. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful January. And I think that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and bye.